So we're just going to talk a little bit about tamp technique. And the very first thing that I do when I come to the area of where I'm going to be making coffee is I take a look at the bench and the angle of where I'm standing against that bench. Everybody is a different height and different size. I'm lucky that I'm short and I'm just the perfect size for a 900mm counter. So the very first thing that I do is I make sure that I'm standing exactly 90 degrees angle off that counter, because that is going to help me create very good posture for good technique. Now, the first thing I do is create the first half of my rectangle with this part of my arm and the portafilter. The only pressure that I'm using with this section of my body is the horizontal action. That's the only way that I'm going to be pushing. And then I adjust my stance away from the counter so that I have good posture and that it's comfortable. Everybody will be slightly different. The next thing I do is I create the other part of my rectangle with my other arm, remembering that I want my elbow and my shoulder to be in line with each other. What this will do is we'll create only the vertical movement needed for correct technique. So then I can just adjust and make sure that I have got good posture. If my stance is wrong, what will actually happen is my shoulder and my elbow are now out of line, and you can see that everything is translating to my tamp, which is not only going to create bad technique, but after a few hundred times when I'm making coffee during the day, I'm going to go home with a sore lower back and sore shoulder. Not only that, the coffee is going to be compromised. So, if I have correct technique, the coffee will be great, and I'll go home not feeling sore. The benefits of the Pullman tamper is that they come with different size spaces so that you can raise or lower the height of the handle for whatever is the most comfortable grip for you. There is no one way to hold the tamp, but I do know that there is some wrong ways, because control is the most important thing. If you are gripping the tamp like this, you will have no control and poor technique. You won't be able to work out what is correctly vertical. So you can essentially use these two fingers as your guides and the rest of your hand and your palm as what you grip with. Essentially, that's how I grip my tamp, is that I'm using these two fingers as a guide, the rest to grip it, but when I hold it in this way, it allows me to have nice straight angle, good technique. Again, less fatiguing.